What's the first word that pops into your head when you hear the name Kamala Harris?
Liar.
That's hilarious. What?
Everybody, Matthew McConaughey here with VP herself and leading Democratic candidate of the United States, Miss Kamala Harris.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? Okay, you exist in the context from which you came, alright?
Some wise words from a wise woman.
What can't be unburdened by what has been.
For Kamala.
Trump 2024.
Trump. He keeps it real and I just with him.
Trump.
Yeah.
Trump.
What do you have to say to the man right here?
I love this man. He's my mother. He's the GOAT.
Greatest of all time.
Don't play with him.
He knows what's up.
He knows what's good. What's up, my boy?
Yeah.
Don't play.
Trump.
Yeah. Why?
Because he has way better policies and Kamala doesn't know what the she's talking about.
Yeah.
And she knows how to talk to the audience and she knows how to sell herself to you. And she's a liar.
I love this Gen Z generation.
Yeah. Why?
Because with her, our country will be That's all I gotta say.
No, you're right.
Who you got?
Trump.
Yeah.
Trump.
And why is that?
Make America great again.
Yeah, make America great again and the economy.
She's fake as shit. I just feel like he keeps it real and I just with him. He keeps it real. She's just, I don't know, she's iffy.
You shouldn't mail cash because it can be taken or lost, but mailing in your ballot is perfectly fine? Got it.
We're going to do a little live interview here. I have Dale here, who was just rescued with his family by emergency services. Dale, can you tell us what happened at your house?
Trump 2024, baby!
Let's go! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Let's go!
Dale, talk to us. What happened at your house?
I agree with his opinion, but what happened was, just throughout the day, we started getting more and more water. We saw in the water.
Go Trump! Welcome back to Meme Wars and our Libs of TikTok series. If you're enjoying the video so far, do me a favor. Head on down, click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're notified the second we upload a brand new Libs of TikTok video like the one that you are watching right now.
Clear like we said. Mr. Trump, Mr. Vance, please mind your own business. Oh, that was excellent.
Daryl! Did you know there's millions of farmers and ranchers in America that aren't registered to vote?
Well, I'm not registered to vote.
What did you say?
Well, come on, Granny. It's not like it matters anyway.
Like heck it doesn't. You all love to complain about how the man is sticking it to you. But when it comes to your civil duty to vote, you all sit on the sidelines like a wimpy little child.
I'm not a child. I'm a grown man.
Then start acting like one.
Even if I wanted to vote, I'm too busy farming.
It's 1 hour out of 1 day of the whole year to do it. But, it's always an excuse with you farmers. It's too dry, the market's too low, the taxes are too high.
What are you getting at?
I'm trying to tell you, if all the farmers and ranchers in America would show up on election day, things would go their way more often than not, and we wouldn't be in this mess today.
Well, what do we need to do?
You can start by registering yourself to vote. Just go to voteforamerica.org. It's that easy.
Wow, this is so easy even a blue hair could do it.
Don't give them any more ideas.
I know that we care an awful lot about children here.
Yes. Is that say don't mess with trans kids?
Indeed it does. It's a great shirt.
Wait, so you think it's okay for a 14-year-old to be able to have their pee chopped off?
No, I don't. Also, that's not how gender reassignment surgery goes.
Well,
and
yes, it does actually.
You don't cut it off. It's significantly more complicated. If you want to look it up, you can look it up. They flip it inside out. It's a lot more complicated.
Oh, they flip it inside out. They don't actually chop it off.
It's a medical marvel, folks.
I stand corrected. You're okay with 14-year-olds having that happen?
I already said no.
Okay, so we can agree that we should not have gender reassignment surgery for trans kids.
No. Can I get to my question, please?
No, I have a question. Why can we agree that it should be illegal for someone to have gender reassignment care or surgery if they're 14 years old?
For the third time, no. We should not have that. Or wait. Hold on. At 14 years old? I'm not a doctor, man.
But no, it's a very simple moral question. Shouldn't we agree as society that 14-year-olds should not be able to go under the knife for a phase that they might be in?
Probably not. Ask a doctor.
I'm glad we almost have agreement.
You would think that would be a pretty easy question to answer, wouldn't you? Hey, head over to our community tab. If you are not a subscriber, take this opportunity, become a subscriber. Head over to our community tab where we have this post right here, which you can see it's a Harris Walls email for fundraising. And their internal polling, what does it show? It shows Donald Trump leading in Arizona, Georgia, North Carolina, and leading pretty big. So that's what their polling's showing, but the national media will show you other things.
For banning firearms, ban that entirely. I don't think any civilian should have a gun. It's ridiculous. At all. Nobody. Handguns, ARs, whatever it is. Whatever firearm you want to call it, a pistol, whatever the hell it is. No firearms. Absolutely not. Get rid of that. Would you support then just eradicating in the Constitution the Second Amendment? Yes. If the Constitution has been amended before, it can be amended now.
Are you registered to vote? Yeah.
This is awesome. This is on Arizona State University, Turning Point USA, getting everybody to sign up to vote Trump.
One of my listeners has a child today. There is a 1 in 50 chance that child will have a deadly peanut allergy, 4 times what it was just a few decades ago. Children today are about 20% more likely to develop type 1 diabetes than they were 20 years ago. Asthma is up, so is ADHD, allergies, virtually every type of psychological disorder. Who cares about politics if the next generation is dead or close to it before they can even vote? Is it their drinking water? Their food, chemicals, and personal care products that other countries have banned? Don't ask, don't tell. The typical American parent today has to worry about a job, about their children's education, about all the things that a parent has always had to worry about. The last thing standing between a child and an industry full of corruption is a mom. Let's make it easier for them.
Hey, for the first time in decades, you could see by the graph here that Republicans are finally outpolling Democrats. U.S. adults party identification and leaning in presidential election years. As you could see, we really haven't taken that lead in a very, very long time, but all the polling is showing that people are identifying with Republicans now more than they are there with Democrats. That's a great sign going towards the final stretch of the election.
We need to put our president back in office. And I just want to know, President Trump, please don't allow our soldiers to walk around wearing red high-heel shoes.
She doesn't answer the question around if the GOP is controlling the Senate, if she can't raise corporate taxes, where is she going to get the money from, to expand the child tax credit and do all the things she wants to do? And she says, we just have to do it. And that's great, and that's a campaign promise. But the issue is, if it means we're just going to borrow again, then what we're doing is we're just never addressing the deficit. And back in the days when you were a proud Republican, debts and deficits mattered.
I can tell you personally that when I worked at the grocery store and I cashed them out, the receipts were alarming. $13,000 on EBT food, not including the $29,000 that was on EBT cash. It's infuriating. Yes, sir.
So they're not getting $600.
And while they're dressed very well, how are you able to dress like that? Coming over here as running for help that we're supposedly helping them? How are you dressed like that when we, the American people, are scrapping for the next set of work boots? That's a problem. That's a serious problem.
It is maddening what is happening with illegal immigration and the open border policies, what it's doing to communities all across this country. Take a look. 15,000 killer migrants let into the U.S. And the media will be quiet about it because this is election. You got to protect Kamala because she borders are. Also, thank you guys so much for all the support that you have been giving on X. We are growing huge. We got a lot going on around there. So go to the link in the description below. Make sure you are following Meme Wars on X to get the latest updates. Also, Rumble. We are posting all of our videos to Rumble as well. So if anything ever happens here on YouTube, Rumble will have our videos, and I'll continue to upload there, so go to the link in the description below.
I'm having one of those days that no matter how shitty, at least I don't have a kid. Say it with me now. at least I don't have a kid. Whew. Can you imagine? And if you do have a kid, that's fine. You should, like, I don't know, probably go check on them or something.
I find it quite funny when cis people see me and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry if this offends you, but like, I just can't tell if you're a boy or a girl. Like, no, baby, that doesn't offend me. That's by design. It's not offensive, it's on purpose. I dress and express myself with a specific intent of confusing cis people. And it works, and it feeds my ego, and it gives me gender euphoria. Thank you, have a nice day.
With white people.
Where do we start?
Maybe reframe the question a little bit. What's wrong with white people?
A lot of it has to do with cognitive dissonance, which allows white people to feel okay about what happened. There's actually a lot of studies on Nazi doctors and how they were able to live with themselves, and it's not that much different than white Americans or white people around the world, right? It's this splitting of the self. And so you have this part of you that knows that they did wrong, the shadow self, and that you have to split that, and you have the other self that's like, oh, I didn't do anything wrong. Racism? Why are you blaming me for what my ancestors did? It's not my fault.
Is racism inherent to whiteness?
I would say so. I would say that we need to abolish whiteness. It's always been rooted in othering the other people who don't fit into whiteness. But when we look at white culture, the only thing about white culture is buying things and stealing things.
How do I confront my shadow self?
Acknowledging the parts of you that are racist and then being able to unpack and unlearn those.
With the Trump sign, she doesn't like the Trump sign.
Oh no, because it sounds really, I thought something was wrong. Yeah, I'm cool. But no one else knows that.
Trump derangement syndrome, it is strong, especially in that one. If you enjoyed today's video, please smash that thumbs up button. Let me know you guys enjoyed today's video. Also, comment below what were your favorite parts about this video and how you felt about it. I love to respond to you guys, and I'm doing my best to get to every single comment. We are in the final stretch of this election cycle, and get out there. Make sure that you are encouraging as many people to vote as possible for Donald J. Trump, getting people to sign up, making sure that everybody is getting out to the polls. This election is going to be huge. I know they say every single election cycle, this is the most important election of our lifetime. It is. It truly is. We see what the Democrat Party will do. We got to make sure that we are prepared and we are just getting out in numbers, that we are not sitting on the sidelines, that we are participating, and we are showing that we need a change. We cannot take on more Biden-Harris, Bidenomics, all that kind of junk. It is putting us into high spending, high, energy costs like we talked before. We need change, and we need you guys to make sure you are getting people signed up to go out and vote as well. Thank you guys so much for all the support that you have given to the channel. It is greatly appreciated. Make sure you go to the links in the bottom below. There is one for Rumble. There's one for X where you can help participate. Join the discussion that we're having over there as well. Also below is a link for PayPal if you'd like to donate to the channel, and a super thanks. Keep us growing. You guys have been phenomenal. I hope you are enjoying this as much as I am. Let's continue to expose woke culture together. Thank you guys so much for your support. But just like always, today's video is over, and I will see you guys on the next one.